So now, dearest friends, we are going to have the glamour meditation. And this is written by Master DK. It's a good time to have this kind of meditation working for the global community. So if there are anyone who has not been doing this meditation, it is very powerful, and one can choose different glamours. And today we are working with the glamour of violent disunification, because we are moving to the under 7 in the next year 2023, which is about unification. From Dinah 1 from 357, page 357. Glamour is not dispelled by paying close attention to it. It disappears by the power of clear and steadfast meditation and the freeing of oneself from self-attention. Can you grasp the significance of that paradoxical phase? I but indicate a vague mirage which need never cause you trouble, provided you seek not self-recognition and that you love with pure purpose all those you meet. Maybe that would be a very good key thought for the next year. To love with pure purpose all those one meet. Then from externalization of the hierarchy. The World War marked a climax in the history of mankind, and its subjective effect was far more potent than has hitherto been grasped. Through the power of prolonged sound, carried forward as a great experiment on the battlefields all over the world during a period of 4 years, 1914-1918, and through the intense emotional strain of the entire planetary populace. The web of etheric matter called the veil of the temple, which separates the physical and astral planes, was rent and torn asunder, and the amazing process of unifying the two worlds of physical plane living and of astral plane experience was begun and is now slowly going on. Maybe I'll read that again, that you can ponder on why this is important and why this is actually showing development forward and evolution. The amazing process of unifying the two worlds of physical plane living and of astral plane experience. I think we all think that this astral plane experience is very known to us. But what might Tibetan mean here? And this is now slowly going on. It will be obvious, therefore, that this must bring about vast changes and alterations in the human consciousness, whilst it will usher in the age of understanding, of brotherhood, and of illumination. It will also bring about states of reaction and the letting loose of psychic forces which today menace the uncontrolled and ignorant and warrant the sounding of a note of warning and of caution. And we can see that happening as well. So this was causing tearing the etheric veil, the veil of the temple. That was the third rip, because yes, Christ was the one who was tearing when he was on the cross. He was able to penetrate into these lower realms, the way to bring light, which was colored by the will of God. And then Buddha was also when he was able to touch the cosmic mental plane. So these are the three events, and now the new group of world servers has that great opportunity and great dharma, great karma as well, responsibility to do this ripping the veil even vaster and bigger sense, and thinning the veil, bringing the light. When we are working, we can also, if you so choose, to have this mudra, which is called Abhaya mudra, and that is the mudra which is related to the fearlessness. It is also mudra which is related to the working mode. It is the mudra that the Buddha holds when he walks, which means that when we do something, when we are on our mission, when we are doing something which is related to the plan. So let us recognize that it is a powerful mudra and could be held then when we are having the moment of silence. So let us now align with our co-workers in our triangle groups. Let us call help from all directions, aligning with the network of forces of enlightenment. The preparatory stages. We will now name the group members, and that is followed by 2 minutes of silence. And when you hear the name of your friends, just see them in the light of the soul. If you hear any sounds around here, it is because we are nearing the midnight, even though it is still 4 hours ahead, but they are already having these fireworks around. So let us now align with our group. Michael, Oria, Catherine, Anne, Beata, Birgitte, Christina, Eha, Yoke, Yohi Lee, Kira, Lakshmana, Louise, Myrna, Nelly, Pamela, Silke, Shriyandra, Tia, Tio, Vivienne, Zenet, and Tuija. And now 2 minutes of silence. The protective formula. We are now going to utter these words, and each group member will make the sign of the cross of divinity from forehead to the heart, from left eye to the right eye. And let us touch the forehead and say, as a soul I work in light, heart, and darkness cannot touch me. Left eye, I take my stand within the light. Right eye, I work, and from that point I never move. The group has now the cross of divinity shining forth in front of every member. the 3 preparatory stages. 1. Focus now with the dual light on matter of etheric, physical, and mind of mental light in the chitta. Two, meditate now upon the soul contact. Visualize and recognize the soul light. See the scent of the light upon the mental plane. Three, see the fusion of these 2 lesser lights with soul light, the light of reason in the mental body. Let us say affirmation. The light is one, and in that light shall we see light. This is the light that turns the darkness into day. The formula. Visualize the great searchlight. Fusion of these 2 lesser lights with soul light. Which we now have created, and turn its light upon the astral plane. And again we say these affirmations. Radiance are we and power. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus with the light we work and turn the darkness into day. Now we are going to use the weapon of light. Let us turn towards the center where the will of God is known. Invoke spiritual will by using the Antakarana. And sense now the living interplay between the sacrifice petals with synthesis petals, atomic plane of spiritual will, and with monad. By doing this, in your consciousness, be now aware of your highest aspect of your being. And now we use the beam we have generated. And we say the affirmation. With power upon its beam, the light is focused on the goal. The glamour to be dissipated is the glamour of violent is unification. Let us throw light upon that glamour of violent disunification. Visualize the light penetrating into the glamour and thus producing its weakening and dissipation while we are going to work. And again, the words of power are uttered to transform let us say, the power of our united light prevents the appearance of the clamor of violent disunification. The power of our united light negates the quality of the glamour of violent disunification from affecting humanity. The power of our united light destroys the life behind the clamor of violent disunification. We work for dissipating the clamor of violent disunification. We are understanding that this vast, overshadowing vampire through which the Black Lord works, it leads millions into hatred, separation, and against the law of love, leading millions also to confusion, through which Black Lords is always able to work. It vitiates human living and all hierarchical planning. It is against right human relations. It is against unity and of loving cooperation. And if you want, you can now hold this mudra, Abhaya mudra of fearlessness. Visualize the group standing within the will, together strongly aligned and united, the protective cross of divinity shining forth through the group. Visualize the light, searchlight or dual light with the soul light, focused upon the astral plane, penetrating into the glamour of violent disunification. We are going to have 5 minutes of silence, the silence producing the weakening and dissipation of the glamour. And now we will enter into 5 minutes of silence, through which we see the glamour of violent disunification, weakening and dissipating. Let us see the glamour of a violent disunification has now weakened and dissipated. The intensity of purpose has deepened. And the group is standing firm and powerful. The great invocation from the point of light within the mind of God. Let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. We can now turn our attention from the astral plane. Turn away and refocus back upon the mental plane. We can also shut off the searchlight of the soul. Also group searchlight. And we visualize clarity in thinking. We can imagine that there has been a little bit greater rip in the veil. And we can sound the quiet Om. We visualize how the work has been done and that it has been successful. Let us now have the invocation for peace, which is given by Tibetan in 1939. O Lord of light and love, come forth and rule the world. May the Prince of Peace appear and end the warring of the nations. May the reign of light and love and justice be begun. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with us. A few moments we can contemplate Christ saying, "He that is not with me is against me." Contemplate that for a while.